Very warm greetings to you as you join us on today's episode of Tax Matters. My name is Olumuyiwa Matuluko, and with me on today's episode is Christina Pius.
Hello, viewers.
How was Salah? We hope you had a rollicking time, and we do hope that we can still expect our pack of Salah meat and all the goodies that went along with it. Today's episode of Tax Matters is a tale of two cities, two great Nigerian cities, Kaduna and Abeokuta. The two cities recently hosted what in Federal Inland Revenue Service circles is known as regional operational meetings. Christina Pius will be telling us the tale of two cities on today's episode. But before then, this drama piece in the spirit of the season.
Now you get the money we give these people. Me, I know as I did arrange myself. If they pack themselves, come to this man's spare part shop, come begin to talk that they're dirty talk about party. Oh, I get the paper where one child guy do for me.
No talk am again, no. If government people grab you, na double you go pay. The Federal Inland Revenue Service people go calculate all the months where you refuse to pay your VAT. Can't charge you 10,000 naira for the very first month. And for the remaining months, they're going to charge you 5,000 naira. If you know what's good for you, just carry yourself, go to the nearest FIRS office, go remit your VAT.
My friend, if I carry this free money now, go give this government people. Waiting government they can do sell.
Hey, I don't tell you, VAT not be free money. VAT now value added tax. As you collect the money, come back together for one place, you go carry this money at the end of the month. Carry go give for FIRS. FIRS go carry this money. Carry this same money, come go give the government through central bank. Now from this money, the government will go to use them to do better things for Nigeria.
Hey, you be the me to tell me say, now this VAT money be waiting government to take better our road today.
Yes, sir.
Take the give us the good to us the people. And school go to school too.
Market, VAT, electricity, VAT, plus including pipe and water, VAT.
So now they make people that make their VAT.
Yes, sir.
Okay for the Kwegi.
Plus including me. I don't remit.
Too good, but you know the time you say you don't remit the battle. You not tell me though. You know, now so you talk. Too much don't anything. You go follow, you go remit the over too.
Shop man, quickly lock up your shop. Me I carry you go the nearest FIRS office. Go remit your VAT. Okay, what? Market don't scatter. Begin on boss. Me, I don't buy. Chief, you too.
The tax people are here.
So, must Chief become a thief because of tax?
I received this letter asking me to forward the VAT returns. Me, I've used it to order for more goods. I swear for no register.
3 months ago. Chief, they must lock you up and throw away the
thing. Eva.
VAT is compulsory. Collecting VAT and not remitting the returns to the tax authorities na big wayo.
I didn't aware.
The law states that all collected VAT must be remitted back to the Federal Inland Revenue Service office, either by internet or for bank. Failure to do so attracts a fine of 50% of the value of the goods sold plus interest for the delayed period.
That's not fair.
Tax people, there is a candidate for mosquito here.
FIRS, it pays to pay your tax.
On Thursday, July 4, 2013, the Field Operations Group of the Federal Inland Revenue Service gathered its foot soldier in Kaduna for the North Central Regional Operational Management Meeting. The operational meetings are typically used to present the revenue collection performance of the service up to the date of the meeting, as well as the performance of the hosting region. This was done by the then Coordinating Director, Field Operations Group, Mr. S. Ogungbeson.
This month of June, we reported on account of local collection double the amount we collected last month. That is in the areas of local collection. But of course, you know, we also have the foreign component. On the whole, as at the end of May, the oil revenue collection profile suggests that we are achieving 21% above the target of government. We are in the North Central region. The whole country pulled together will say we've done well. Because the LTD oil and gas, they've reported 87%. LTD non-oil reported 85%. This was as at May ending. The medium tax office reported 69% on the whole. IETD, individual and enterprises, 78%. Micro small tax department, 57%. And the government business, 70%. That's the profile. But if we look at the North Central region, the North Central region is recording an average of 57%. That's why I said, even though we're clapping, I will say you've done well so far. Even within the month of consideration, the North Central region hasn't done very well. Kaduna 1 achieved 60%. Kaduna 2, 107%. Lafia, 33%. Lokoja, 27%. Makodi, 42%. Mina, 40%. Suleja, 66%. Zaria, 61%.
The occasion was graced in person by the acting executive chairman, Federal Inland Revenue Service, Alhaji Kabiru Mashi, and all the then serving coordinating directors. Alhaji Mashi underscored the importance of the mid-year month of July in the revenue cycle.
We all look forward to the month of July in the IRS calendar with lots of enthusiasm and assurance that our revenue collection will begin to take shape. I'm happy that this shared optimism remains unchanged even in the current year. It is important to note that Everest has now signed the 2013 performance contract with the Federal Minister of Finance. This is our key performance indicator, and we must all buy into it. And they are built around two major policy thrusts. First is improving revenue collection, and the second is improving tax filing compliance. The details are: 1, we have agreed to increase non-oil collection by an annual 20%. 2, to reduce the level of our current tax arrears by 25% year on year. 3, to achieve at least 10% annual increase in total collectible revenue over the government target. 4, we have also agreed to increase the level of compliance with the self-assessment filing by an annual rate of 25%. 5, we must hold at least 3 stakeholders engagement or enlightenment programs per quarter. And 6, we must ensure that the tax revenue to the gross domestic product, GDP, ratio increases by 10% on an annual basis.
Heads of departments and tax controllers took turns to present their scorecards.
How long it will take for you to clear my container?
I dey do am, Oga. Then say we go bring our team.
Our team? Which team?
Custom don't change, Oga. And FRS say
and what you concern FRS with my business? I will talk to Gaba myself. You are fired.
Oga.
Oga Gaba, which one be this our team again?
The taxpayer identification number now the only way where you fit take do business with Nigerian Customs Service now. You fit process your own free tin, sharp for any FRIS office.
Soji.
You just sack me, no.
Get our tin. Now.
This message now from Federal Inland Revenue Service and Nigeria Customs Service.
Welcome back. That was the FRS Regional Operation Management meeting in Kaduna on July 4. Fast forward 3 months after, precisely September 27, 2013, and it was the turn of Abeokuta, the capital of Ogun State, to host the Western Region's Regional Operation Management meeting. This time, Mr. Ajayi Bamidele had mounted the saddle as the coordinating director, Field Operations Group, in succession to Mr. Ogbeson. And Mr. Bamidele not only acted as chief host, but also stood in for the acting executive chairman of the FRS, Alhaji Kabiru Mashi.
Let me at this point present our revenue performance to the end of August. It shows a target for oil revenue for the year 2000, we are expected to collect 3.6 trillion, which translates to 300 billion every month. At the end of August, the expected target is 2.4, out of which we have collected 1.9. And this gives us 80% achievement. Non-oil taxes. The target for the year is 2.12 trillion. And the expected monthly target is 176.68. Then cumulative target for January to August, 1.4 trillion. I'm happy to say at the end of August, we had achieved 1.5 trillion. And this gives us 109%. By the time you look at the total gives us a 5.7 trillion that we have to collect for the year. 476 billion every month. And cumulative target to August, 3.8 trillion. And we have achieved 3.46 trillion. And cumulatively, 91%. This report indicates that we have exceeded our target in non-oil revenue as at the end of August. The oil revenue collection is lagging behind with a negative variance of 10%, while the total revenue collection performance stood at 91. This therefore calls for concerted efforts by all of us to sustain the tempo for non-oil revenue. In Western region, we have 12 offices other than GBTOs. Of the 12 offices, those who score minimum of 60 and above are, we have Ado-Ekiti, 105%. We have Ikare, 246%. Iwo Road, Ibadan, 106%.
As in Kaduna, the Abeokuta meeting also afforded tax controllers and departmental heads the opportunity to give account of their stewardship.
It's very obvious that between July and September, a lot of work had been done, resulting in the very, very good revenue collection result posted.
Yes, indeed. They've performed very well. Tax Matter spoke to Mr. Bamidele, seeking to know the facts behind the figures.
Now, you read a report at the beginning of this workshop, of this meeting, to the effect that non-oil taxes have now picked up, in fact, surpassing oil taxes. What is responsible for this breakthrough?
Thank you for that question. Percentage-wise, yes, the non-oil taxes is exceeding the oil and gas collection. I will just divide it into two. The non-oil, yes, is improving, and all efforts are being made at least to improve on it the more. We are not there yet. We still have a lot of things to collect that we are not collecting, or we've not been able to collect, not out of our own ordinary making, but because of the environment where we are. And one of the reasons for this meeting is to ensure that we start building in enforcement into our process, so that the enforcement we do two things. One, prevent people from avoiding payment of taxes. And the second one, as long as we are not actually interested in punishing people, we still want people to comply. And this has been the secret behind the improvement we have recorded so far. The various publications have also assisted in this regard. But let me say it categorically that we still have a lot of people or organizations that are not yet complying with tax payments. And going forward, FRS intends to embark on enforcement. And it will not be good enough for taxpayers to go through the rigors of enforcement. Voluntary compliance is what we are advocating. And we plead that taxpayers should embark on this and take advantage of the voluntary compliance. On the oil and gas, well, our performance in oil and gas is not all that bad, but the operation in the oil and gas industry is where the problem and the challenges are. One of the challenges in oil and gas is what all of us read on the pages of newspaper daily: oil theft, and is increasing on daily basis. We had meetings with some of these major oil producers. Incidentally, we just concluded about concluding most of the audits we conducted on them. And one of the things that is coming from every one of them has been they are suffering theft. And some even said they are losing on daily basis up to 80% of their production to these thieves. We believe that government is making efforts and they are doing all they could to stop this so that the economy itself can be boosted.
Now, one of your newest departments, new in the sense that it took off in January 2013, is the Government Business Tax Department. Would you say that the intention of the service in setting up the GBTD has been met?
Sincerely speaking, you see, when in the past, when we commingle this government business with other taxes, we've been enjoying the service, we've been deceived that our offices are doing well. When they are able to collect withholding tax and value-added tax from government, it beefs up their collection. And as a result, we are not paying particular attention to smaller companies. But since we created this, it has opened our eyes to see that, yes, we still have more to do, both in government business and in the micro and small tax offices. We still have some challenges even in the government business tax offices, because the performance of that sector for the Western Region zone is still not very good. Not very good in any sense. And we are challenging them, and everybody is bracing up now to see how best to address the issues and challenges.
Mr. Razaka Jose stood in for the Director, Government Business Tax Department.
Which states, maybe one or two, are most cooperative in the region?
In terms of collection and performance and response to the ongoing development in the service in relation to government business taxes, I will particularly commend Lagos State. They have been living up to what is expected of them. Also, Osun State has been wonderful, as well as Ekiti State.
Good endorsements there for Lagos, Osun, and Ekiti states. And that means that the host state, Ogun State, needs to buckle up.
Welcome to Know Your Tax Office. Today we are taking you to Ogun State, where the FIRS has 3 micro and small taxpayers' offices. One of them is the Abeokuta MSTU. The Abeokuta Micro and Small Taxpayers Office is located at Okemoson Road in Abeokuta, opposite the Ogun State Governor's Office. Mr. Akiola Olorunshola is the tax controller.
How many tax offices does FIRS have in Ogun State?
We have 3 for now. Shagamu, Ota, and this Abeokuta MSTU.
Okay. So this Abeokuta MSTU, what is your area of jurisdiction?
Abeokuta North, Abeokuta South, Obafemi local government, Imekoafo, and Odeda local government.
In line with the integrated tax office system of the FIRS,
yes.
Do you do everything here? What I mean is, if I want to register for TIN, if I want to take my tax credit certificate, if I want to acquire withholding tax credit note for taxes deducted as source, can I do everything here?
Yes, each office is independent of another office. You don't need to go to any other office for anything you want to do. You will start and conclude it here.
Okay. To register for TIN, how long does it take?
Well, within 2-3 hours, you have gotten your TIN. So it doesn't take time. All you need to do is just to fulfill requirements, very, very little things like your ID, like some of the things we need to open an account in the bank. So those are the things we request for.
Next episode, we will bring you information on the Ota and Shagamu offices.
I'm sure you are hoping that directing people to the MSTOs in Ogun State will help to push up the collection of federal taxes in Ogun State. What are we talking about? We're talking about company's income tax, value-added tax, and all other taxes collectible by the Federal Revenue Service, as well as taxes deducted at source, withholding tax, VAT, deducted at source by ministries, departments, agencies, and local governments in Ogun State, as indeed all other states in Nigeria.
In the self-assessment regime, all we've been doing is to be as friendly as possible with the taxpayers. However, the other answer of the self-assessment is enforcement. And enforcement are in different categories. When we talk of enforcement, people just believe, oh, they are coming to seal up offices. No, it goes beyond sealing up of offices. It could include even using your bank to collect the tax for us. Every cupboard of yours that goes to that bank will become the revenue's income. Because as they are coming in, then, thank be to God, today you cannot carry too much money about. Therefore, there is no way you will not go through the bank. That's one form of enforcement that FIRS could, we call it substitution. Appoint the banks as our agent to collect the tax. We still have other ones that we could do. But the best one that we are thinking and we are working towards is to prevent you not paying or indulging in not paying taxes. If we prevent you and you still remain adamant, that's where it becomes a serious issue that we have to use the strong arms of the law to address the issue. But we plead with our taxpayers who are king, who we reference and we always honor when they comply. But where they fail to comply, we are no longer friends. And I believe that they are our friends and they will remain the kings because they are our kings as long as they pay their taxes.
It's on that note that we draw the curtains on today's episode of Tax Matters. We hope that you have had an educative time and that you will join us next week on this same station, same day of the week, same time of the day for a fresh episode of Tax Matters. From Christina.
Thank you for watching. Bye for now.
Bye for now.